Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Annadelna podcast. Today, we're interviewing Varden Heste. And Creature, what episode is it today?
It's episode 17.
There you go. Hello, Varden. How are you doing today?
Hello. I'm doing quite well. Thanks for inviting me.
Do you want to kick it off, Creature?
The first question, as is always the best question. Who are you, Varden?
I am Varden Heste. And that's about it.
No.
I don't really have a big...
I
don't have a big spiel I do when I just go, hello, I'm Varden Heste. And then
do you have a favorite font?
A favorite font?
Because right now I'm using Lobster from what Sky told me was his favorite.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. I don't really know. I just look at the ones that are good looking and I pick those and I don't remember their names.
Fair enough.
Times Roman's always good though.
Times New Roman is the
word.
best font. Thanks. Someone who agrees and is correct objectively.
I can certainly set it to Times New Roman.
So you don't have any lore behind yourself?
I mean, there's lore. Most of it's made up as I go.
That's the way to do
There
it.
is the people do, I know, mistakenly, of course, believe I'm a vampire, but I mean, I just have dietary needs, skin conditions to UV sunlight. I've things like that. I have to be invited everywhere I go, but
Yeah.
that's just personality quirks.
In my research of all things vampire and Dhampir to create the perfect bedtime stories for the sleepiest Dhampir on the internet, I do have to look into a lot of iron deficiency symptoms, and that is a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is
It
pretty
happens.
normal. Maybe a little neurotypical. That seems to be a lot of people these days. No offense, of course.
Exactly.
So second question on the list, what are your preferred pronouns?
It is he, him.
Write that down. Get that down.
You can also call me chicken. It's fine.
All right.
Do you want me to write that down too?
Not yet.
Okay.
No. Well, it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
All right. I don't
I don't
remember
mind.
if I put this on here as a joke or not, but how old are you?
Let's see. I'm, going up in years. Quite, I don't like to speak about it. Well, it depends. Which number do you wish to have?
Lore-wise.
Lore-wise, oh my goodness, I'm so young. Well, I'm so young, just a nice, what was it, 500, 600 years now?
Oh, you're
Something
just
like
a
that.
baby.
I'm just a baby.
Time and existence and chronological time are all cringe. You got to exist in the time cube. That's when things get really interesting.
I'm still going to be a spry young 832 this year.
But yes, I'm quite young.
Okay.
All right. So Varden Heste, why did you start streaming, and when did you start streaming?
Let's see. I started streaming because I was extremely bored and I had nothing really to do. And but I was always thinking about streaming for a while, like years and years. And I finally decided to do that when I caught a stream from somebody I never heard of them before. I kept getting like recommendations on YouTube. It was Pipkin Pippa, and she did a thing about Hololive. She was doing those applications, and I was just listening to her talk about things and all that, and I was really interested. And then she did Flavor after that, and then I got pretty hooked on that, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try. I want to do stuff, and I started learning about it, how to do stuff, how to do it very cheaply.
There.
And here I am.
Do you know about how long ago that was?
Oh, man, that's years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Started 3 or 4 years ago, absolutely. So you'd say, was Pipkin just kind of an entry into like the VTubing world and you're interested in it? Or is it a big inspiration?
I would say a big inspiration because Hololive was still my, the intro to it. For me, it was Mume was the one that got me really like into started, and then I started liking Fauna, and then and that's pretty much where that went. But yeah,
Alright.
Pipkin Pip was the one that really introduced me to beyond Hololive.
Fair enough. Is the nobility by birth, or are you like really working towards the nobility?
By birth.
Oh,
You know, as it shall always be. You know, and the only way.
All right.
Well, hello, Glitch Tails and Cherry. Welcome.
No upstarts.
We
No,
may
I'm
not
just
be
kidding.
able
I'm
to
just kidding.
respond to chat too terribly often. Just know that we are reading your comments. We appreciate you being here.
So how did you meet Anna?
Anna, I believe we were just doing a collab with Kaiju, and like it was a big group. And to tell the truth, I don't fully remember like when and where and what time. We just, you know, it's all a blur. She's always been there.
I think it was Lethal Company.
Was it, you know what? Maybe in Lethal Company, yeah.
Because I remember, I think Sky invited me, and then I was like, "Oh wow, you sound very chill." And yeah.
Thank you. When there's large groups like that, it's really hard for me to, I guess, talk a lot.
Yeah,
I just, I hide in a corner.
Yeah, but I mean, we've done other collabs together, and it's been fun. Very chill, very nice. Whenever people are screaming, you'll just hear Varden just talking very, very calmly. And thank you,
Very
Sky.
calmly. I mean, I do my best. Although I always talk like this. I can't really, even my excitable voice is low.
That's okay.
So we know that you started streaming because it was a thing to do, and you saw some people doing it, and you thought, "Hey, I can do this better," which of course you are.
Well, I don't know about doing it better, but
the mantle has
but
to be
doing it
placed
was.
on. Why do you continue to stream? What about it is like really grabbing you that it's keeping you in there? I
really enjoy playing games with other people, and also people watching me and like commenting about things going on. It's I do enjoy that when people watch me and they're commenting about it. It's really nice, especially when been doing Schedule 1 recently. People seem to be enjoying that, and I enjoy that game. It's really good.
So are you very like community minded? Like the joy in creating the content is the fact that people gather around for it?
I would say like the during the streams when I'm actually doing it, and then people are commenting. Beyond that, with the Discord and stuff, although I do have a Discord and I try to interact, I'm not very big with social media. I even have a Twitter, but I barely use it because I don't really look at those things.
That's fair.
Social media is cringe.
Very. So, sadly, I have indeed set myself a challenge, which means that every time I ask the community-minded question, and after you answer it, I then go into more detail about the answers that we've received from previous interviewees in order to, like, stir the juices about what the opportunities are for it, and just to make sure people know that I care about my interviewees. So, starting with Sacred's Hearts, their thought process behind their community and why they do the content they do is almost entirely focused on giving those that believe themselves to be in the out group a place where they can be the in group, where they feel like safe and protected within that kind of community. That's what Sacred Hearts' Discord and stuff is about. Tony the Pinguino, our next wonderful guest, cares about their community but doesn't really like do the content for them. The joy in the streaming is to have the backlog of your own content, and the people that show up, and the people that don't. It's just a joy to play the games, record them, and then people showing up is a fun thing, but not the main point of the content. Sky views all of the people viewing their content as kind of background dancers to the main performer that is Sky. the people who are there are exciting and really fun to be around and be with, and they are also a quote unquote part of the content that get to make the content better. So Sky creates community, the community then interacts with Sky, and Sky considers that to be an improvement upon their own content. And then we have Glitched Phantom, and Phantom views the community as not in a similar way to Sky, but like she likes to have a wall, not a wall, but like a line in the sand where like this is, I am the content creator, I create content, and also I create beautiful works of art that I want people to be able to see, but I don't necessarily want like the connection between me as the content creator and you as the content watcher to be any deeper than I am creating content and I want you to see it, because of some bad things that happened early on into Phantom's content creation career that kind of jaded them on connecting with the community in that way. And then last and certainly not least, we have T-Bonnie, who views the content in a similar way to Sky of, well, no, I'm sorry, that's wrong. T-Bonnie has not started streaming yet, so we'll get an answer on that one once they get their community set up later on.
But she does do a lot of art and enjoys just sharing her art with other people and seeing the reaction to her art.
Man, everybody's answer is so deep. Mine's just, I just like doing this.
Hey,
There's
that is,
nothing
and
wrong
I
with
enjoy
that.
it when they're there.
absolutely. If that's the answer, that's the answer. But do you want to deepen it at all, or is that the answer?
I mean, that's really the answer. I enjoy interacting with them. I enjoy when they're there, and I like to, it's fun. I enjoy that. And I guess that's kind of it, really. It really is.
Do you believe that your content would be different if a chat wasn't there? Like, do you view interacting with your chat as a part of the content that you do that makes it better?
I would say it does make it better.
Okay.
But I've gotten very used to doing it without them as well. For my first, couple of years, there was times where I had no one there, and so I, kept, doing my thing.
Absolutely. So the background dancer's answer, which is a lovely answer.
I wouldn't call them background dancers. A bit insulting.
Really? Oh.
I mean, that's how I feel that way.
Collaborators.
They probably wouldn't. That's a bit better.
There we go. The foundation upon which all is built.
Your ghouls, the cool ghouls.
The cool ghouls.
So what is the future of your content looking like here?
Woody. Well, if I can finally get over my nerves of trying to find I do know of an artist already that I can contact, but I'm always so afraid of getting scammed, because I've got scammed at least twice before. And so it's really hard. It seems like for every legitimate artist, there's 100 scammers.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's the lowest. And so, it's difficult. Even legit artists will suddenly scam people out of nowhere. That's happened a couple times. It's woody. It's scary. But yeah, that's my biggest thing. I have my trust for people I don't know is really, it's not existent. I have to build up a lot of confidence in asking someone I don't know very well. For things like that, especially when money's involved. But as for the future, well, that's one. I know there's things I do wish to do, but they're more ambitious things. I'm not sure how I would even do it, but I'll try.
What? Go into detail. We want to know. We got to get the exclusive for the interview.
Oh my goodness, no, I was kidding. That's why I'm here. I need to do that. I just, I do practice singing a lot. I've been doing that for a few years. I went from not being able to hold a tune to what I can do now, and I've been wanting to do a song. I think that'd be cool. How I would do that, I don't know. But it's an ambition that I have. Certainly have them. But yes.
Well, Creature likes to sing, so he might.
Ooh.
Might be able to help you out with that.
There is a playlist on the
Nice.
Annadelna channel called Creature Sings. All of the songs are hidden. Well, they're not hidden. They're only accessible through the playlist because, you know, my wife is going out on a limb in order to make the content, and she felt a little self-conscious about it. So I was like, oh no, don't you worry. I'll put myself on the exact same limb. So I have like 20 covers on this channel of songs that I really like that I decided to sing for that. So I don't want to give advice, but I'm just going to say out loud for anyone who wants to listen. The first step is always going to be just do it. Just have fun with it.
That is true.
Just make that first piece of content, and from there always be improving.
Yeah, that's true for most things, or anything really. The first step is always going to be the toughest.
Absolutely.
And I do know that like the songs, I don't want to just sing songs, although I will probably start out doing that, just singing, covering songs. But I do eventually wish to make my own original songs, each telling a story or a part of the story that I have in mind.
What do you? I don't like. What's your favorite genre of music? What genre of music is yours?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about genres of music. I didn't know anything about music at all until I just started listening to orchestral music. Let's see, like a piano. I love piano, strings, you know, cello and all that. I don't know, I like orchestral instrumental music. That's my favorite.
So maybe some classical music.
Classical's good, you know, it is good. It's just although it has a specific sound to it. I don't know if it's exactly classical.
Do you have a name for your chat?
Currently, no. I would say no. I'm unsure. I'm unsure what it could be. I mean, I have an ideas, but it depends. It depends on what they would want.
Let's hear some. We gotta know.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I don't know.
If you're okay with sharing, of course.
I mean, all we're hearing
Sky.
right now is Varden's Virgins, so...
True.
Oh my gosh. That's, that
Sky has been
intro is
asking
really
you
gonna
that question
confuse
for
people.
years now.
My goodness. But no, not that one. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not fully set on that. What they would possibly be.
Fair enough.
I just started calling people the rats.
The rats. The rats of Annadelna.
The little vampire rats. We gotta get those channel ship member badges.
We do.
done
I
at some
need to
point.
actually do the art for that.
We're thinking little rats with capes, and then the capes turn into bat wings. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna go crazy.
That's really nice.
All right. So we know that you like streaming. You like doing it because it's a thing to do. You like interacting with your chat, and even if they're not there, streaming is still fun because you get what you like. Is there anything you've noticed over your time streaming that you dislike about streaming?
I would say yes. Yes. Sometimes you can I don't know, this is more me pressuring myself than anyone else. Sometimes you wish to you know, continue to play the game to finish it, even be past the point of where you enjoyed it. Sometimes, you know, I enjoy a game at first, but then, you know, it just keeps going. You're like, oh man, this is not as great past the initial point.
We need a name.
And
what's the game? We need to know.
Oh gosh, oh god, there's a few games like that. Actually,
Please,
let's see. I'm trying to shoot. What's a good example? I think the recent one I had was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Although it is a good game. Don't get me wrong, very good game. But at a certain point, it kind of drags on, and you're just like, oh my goodness. And there's a lot of just talking, and I can't really interact or anything at all.
Did you like the first one?
Oh, I love the first one. But that one I played off stream, and so I didn't really have to worry about, being entertaining. Like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is great if you're not worrying about streaming it.
That's fair.
Every collab you've done with Sky.
He's gonna say he's like, how did you know? Oh man, no, I'm just kidding. No, those are the best when I'm collabing with other people. I enjoy doing that, even if no one's there, because you guys are there. So It's fun to do. But in some games is the opposite. Like even if they're not like people's there, but I enjoy it so much, I'll keep playing them.
Okay, so something that
Like
you dislike is sometimes you pick up a game because you want to stream it, and then it just doesn't hit after the first few hours.
But then you feel pressure to keep going to finish it, because I do like to finish them. But you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've had a couple
But there are a
games
few.
like that. But
there are a few.
But for the most part, I've liked most of the games I played and finished all the way through. Like Signalis was a great game, amazing game.
I've got to look into Signalis. I've heard only good things about that.
It's absolutely amazing.
I think that was one of the games. Yeah, I've looked at this before. It looks very interesting.
Very good. I would suggest definitely playing that. Ender Lilies and Ender Magnolia, which is the sequel. I loved those two games.
Oh, I've never heard of those.
Wait, that's in the series?
Yeah, they're both a part of the same series. Ender Lilies and then Ender Magnolia. I believe Ender Magnolia, they choose a certain ending of the first game. Because if you get the true ending of the first game, then everything's good. You know, nothing bad happens. But the second game, the bad thing is still around, so it's assumed you don't get the good ending.
So which
the first
game
one.
is the first game in the series?
Ender Lilies.
Ender Lilies.
And then Ender Magnolia, I would say is better gameplay wise because they definitely improved upon the first game. But they're both great. They're both like atmospherically, their music's amazing, which is what I love about them the most.
Oh, I've seen this one too. How have I not played these games?
They're great. You definitely play them.
So, what genre would you say that Signalis and Ender Lilies are?
Well, Ender Lilies and Ender Magnolia would be Metrovanias. The Signalis would be, I'm not sure what you call the genre, but you know, like Resident Evil and also like Silent Hill, the old school ones.
Survival horror.
Yeah, the survival horror. Yeah. But it's got that Silent Hill and old school Resident Evil vibe.
And would you say that's the kind of genre that you're big into?
Well, survival horror, I would say no. It's just Signalis is that good. And then at Metrovanias, I think I've come to appreciate them a lot. Like Ender Lilies and Ender Magnolia really brought that to light.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to play these after I play Hollow Knight.
Definitely. Oh yeah, you definitely have to. I have not played Hollow Knight though. I should probably do that.
That's a game where I do know a lot about it because it's just a wonderful game.
I should definitely make that one of my next games, since I do like Metrovanias.
And with Silksong coming out soon, you gotta play through Hollow Knight.
Oh god, yeah, I am gonna be playing Hollow Knight on Monday since I finished.
Silksong.
I finished Tales of Graces.
So what genre of games do you think is your game? Like genre?
My game genre that I like? Let's see. Well, I think one of them I don't stream at all, although I did do once, was it's mainly strategy games. I really do like playing strategy games, but that's just me because enjoying that. I don't stream those. And then I would say RPGs like not traditional, like old school Bethesda Elder Scrolls RPGs. I really like.
Like, are we talking Daggerfall or Oblivion?
Oblivion. Oblivion
okay.
is the game. Like the original Oblivion was the game, which is why I'm enjoying it so much, playing it again. God, it's definitely superior, in my opinion, to Skyrim. Although Skyrim has some improvements, like the way scaling works is definitely better in Skyrim. And there's definitely certain things in Skyrim that's better, but Oblivion overall is better.
Seems like Sky wants you to play more visual novels.
I know everybody likes me playing visual novels. They just like me reading. Honestly, I'll just play Oblivion and take
nice voice for reading.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I hear they say that to me all the time. I don't know what they're talking about.
You could probably even narrate like audiobooks.
Mm-hmm. I have considered. I thought about. It's more of a passing thought of just taking the books in Oblivion and just reading them.
That's a banger idea.
I'm just gonna collect my library, have my books, and read them all.
I
And
mean,
you
that's
could
a good
even
name
make
for
them
a
into
playlist.
videos. That's
Varden's
content.
Library.
What'd you say?
I know, for video ideas, that's pretty good.
Why haven't you done something like that, babe?
I have.
Oh yeah, you did read the entries for Soul Sacrifice.
I've read through the entirety of the lore in Soul Sacrifice. Yes, that's correct. My favorite game
nice.
ever made.
But that's a weird way to say monster.
Because all anyone wants is live streams.
Yeah.
So you'd say that your favorite genres are like RPGs and strategy games?
Although Metroidvania is pretty good too. I'm only just starting to get into that though. Although I do like them from what I've played.
And you
I guess crafting games too. I do like those games too.
Are you talking like Don't Starve or Minecraft?
No, well, I guess Minecraft would be closer. The like, you know, when you just progress through crafting, I guess Minecraft's a good example. Although I never
do you mean
really
like Factorio?
No, not Factorio. I've never played Factorio. I'm afraid I'll like it though. Let's see. Schedule 1. That's a crafting game. Or my goodness.
Yes, technically it is. Yeah.
Power World's a crafting game. Conan Exiles. Conan Exiles really got me. Conan Exiles was the one that really took a lot of time out of my life. I have 5,000 hours in that game.
Hey, fair enough. Have you played Rust?
I've never played Rust. For me, the crafting games need to have a good building system, or else I will not play them for too long, or at least something about them. Like Power World had the pals, so there was that to occupy my time. For Conan Exiles, it was the building. I was able to build just amazing things. I love playing towers and magnificent structures, like grand hallways. Anyway, things like that.
Hey,
Rust, on the other hand, never played.
Ark, any interest in that one?
Never played. I never had interest in that one, to be honest.
What about Valheim?
Oh, I did play Valheim, and I did enjoy the building system in that. Although, ironically, what I enjoyed the most was just sailing. I loved the second boat you can make. The what's it called? The carve, or is it called a car? It's basically the small boat. It's the better than the raft that you can make. I liked sailing.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I liked. It's not the the biggest longboat. I like sailing in that smaller boat because when you're sailing the waves with the smaller boat, it's much more. You have to feel the waves as you go, and I just really like doing that.
Yeah,
like
it is
sailing during storms. Yeah, so fun.
It is Carve, Karv.
Carve. Okay, yeah, I loved the Carve. I wouldn't even use the other boat. I was like, I like this small boat because it's fun to sail.
Fair enough.
Because the other one, the longboat's too flat in terms of you can just go straight line and not have to worry about having to navigate waves and storms.
So you brought up a pretty big thing that I like to talk about, which was enjoyment of games dependent upon if you're streaming them or not. Have you like figured out what that difference is of why you like streaming some games and not streaming others?
I would have to say I'm not 100% sure what is the reason that is.
I mean, you said
So
that like you love strategy games, which I love strategy games as well, so I want to dig into that deeper. But right now, like you said, you love them, but you don't want to stream them. But things like RPGs, you love streaming them.
That is true. I think it's because I think in strategy games, not always, more the way I play certain strategy games, like say Stellaris for instance.
It is
I'm
4X.
much more of a 4X strategy especially is what I like. I tend to, how I play is I tend to build up and then build up before finally just exploding into massive expansion or massive, like, basically I build up my plan. I know what my plan is. I'm building all the resources, and then suddenly I explode out. But the getting there takes me a long time, and it's very boring because I'm just trying to do it, like all these little things, trying to avoiding conflict as long as possible before I conquer everything.
Do you prefer the 4X where you are like running a civilization and you have to care about like feeding your people and stuff like that? Or do you also enjoy, like, I don't know if you've heard of it, Dawn of War, those smaller like squad based 4X
I used to
games?
I did play a lot of Company of Heroes, like the squad base. I do enjoy them. It's just a lot of the modern ones aren't that good anymore.
That
Like
is very fair.
Like that 1 and 2 I used to play a lot. I used to do a lot of infantry only Russians a lot because they were overpowered. They could destroy everything once you get all the upgrades. Oh man,
Vamp
I'm gonna
champs.
be
people
honest.
really hated me.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
That's fair.
Hello,
Yeah, they really
Kaiju.
hated me for that. My goodness, I just did the basic conscripts. Hello, Kaiju. Hello, Kaiju.
Everyone say Haiju to the Kaiju.
I see Sky's here. Oh my goodness, Sky is here. No, I do that. Yeah, Power World. That was fun. That was a good time.
I'm gonna be honest. I was going through a little bit of your Steam. I saw.
Oh, I have a lot of games.
I saw some games that you've perfected. I was gonna ask about Homeworld.
Oh, Homeworld. Oh, ugh. That's an old school strat. Now that I love Homeworld. I wish they had more sci-fi games like that. Like the way the game mechanics work and the gameplay. I love that form of gameplay. In terms of sci-fi games, those are really good.
Do you want to tell us a bit about the gameplay?
Well, it's well, in most, say, like Empire of War, say, like it's very flat. It's like, it's a one, two-dimensional space that you're flying within, or you're navigating your units within, but it's, space is a three-dimensional space, So in Homeworld, they do have that the map is an entire sphere, and you can navigate your ships up, down, below, and something I didn't do on stream because I did play while I was I did do another run for the stream, but before that, when I did it off stream, I would usually have it where I would have the main force, lock in the enemy force, and then I would have my people from above and below come in and bomb their capital ships. It was very effective.
You're closer to the time cube than I thought you were, all right? I'll admit it. I'll admit it.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's why I really enjoyed the Homeworld games. I wish there was more of them. Wish there was more.
Are you putting it on your list, love?
No.
Oh.
1 and 2. Yeah, the third one was not good at all.
What happened to the third one? What did they do wrong?
Everything.
That's so fair, actually.
Well, maybe not literally everything, but it's just, I don't know, it just wasn't the same, It just wasn't. Oh. But that's bound to happen. It's been how many years? My goodness.
All right, so your art, like your art for your channel, your art for your thumbnails, the current model you're using, why?
Why? What do you mean? What's in
This
what
background
way?
is from One
Why?
Shot. I love that game.
What, like, why do you use the art that you use? What about it drew you
Let's
to it?
see. Well, if you do you wish to know the history of the how I even came to this, like the white hair, the green eyes?
Yes. I want to know everything about everything.
Well, some people might get a little mad at me because I did not know what I wanted to look like at first, and I needed ideas. So I went to this. I learned from Pippa because Pippa did this with Flavor, and she used novel AI to just do a bunch of to show a bunch of different like characters and stuff like that. Make a bunch of different designs, and I did something similar, except it wasn't what I prompted at all. I prompted like heavy armor, black hair, you know, like completely different to what I got. But then the AI got confused, and suddenly it made a white-haired guy wearing like these robes, and I was like, with green eyes. I'm like, huh, I like that. And I was like, I'm gonna do that. So it came out of nowhere. And then I went ahead and did Vroid and just took that reference and made myself.
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
to work off of what Yokaiju said, absolutely.
Mhm.
There are some very
Mhm.
strong opinions about AI, but I will always there's always a visceral reaction that I have to first seeing it, and that's generally just my fear of learning new things. But using AI in order to brainstorm and like put your brainstorming onto a panel so that you can see where you are mentally, it is definitely the best way to use it, and I fully respect that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was basically just brainstorming and how to do it, and then that's how I got this. That's how I got here.
Apparently, your collar got chroma keyed. Yeah, it's the
always
same.
been chroma keyed. It's always gone.
It's the same color as the background.
I know it's very gray. The outfit I'm wearing, although is the correct coloring of what I want, is actually a free asset.
Oh, that's absolutely fair.
It's a free asset.
There we go. I fixed it. Well,
Perfect. Oh no, darn. No, it was perfect the way it was, where everything was chroma keyed.
Oh god.
I'm just invisible, guys. I'm invisible.
Make it a little bit. Oh, nope, I cannot increase the smoothness.
It's fine. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it.
There we go. Thank you, Lance. You know, I don't like AI, and I know that everyone kind of knows that at this point. That's why Sky and Kaiju said that. I think it's fine to use AI to get some ideas, but if you use it for art, then that's, you know, kind of gross. Because you can either do the art yourself, or you can pay an artist to make the art. Speaking of which, where did your YouTube profile picture come from?
Let's see. That came from, I believe is also a part of the AI thing. That was one of them. That was one of the smaller ones. Because there was 10 faces on that. I have been wanting to replace that for a long time. But again, I can't find an artist that won't scam me.
Fair. I did notice that it does look a bit familiar to something, and I'm not sure exactly what.
I don't know. That one's, I believe, a part of them. Maybe it is obviously, you know, AI, so it probably did take from somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine since you do plan to change it.
Oh my god. Have you heard of Ruby?
I have heard of Ruby. I watched the first, I think the first 3 volumes is what I watched, and then I stopped after that.
Lost interest, or you just didn't start it back up again?
I would say I lost interest. Like, I tried to watch after that, but then it just kind of got boring.
That's fair. I'm a motivated hater, so anytime I see something I slightly dislike, I'm always going to start looking up YouTube videos. And luckily for Ruby, my god, the haters are out in force. Hours of content about it. So I got to eat my fill. All right, one last question, and then we can get back to the interview or whatever. I saw that you collaborate sometimes. There's this person on your channel called Neon Heste. Who are they? What are they up to?
Wait, Neon Heste.
Neon Heste? N-Y-A-N? Neon, like a cat would say it?
Neon Heste.
Neon Heste.
Yeah.
Really? Let me see. Someone I collaborated with, Neon Heste.
It's you with cat ears.
Jesus Christ, babe.
Oh my goodness, it is.
Funny.
I just realized that is me. Yeah, that was oh my goodness, that was I forgot what that was for. Why I even did that. Oh, it was the Kaiju made me. Kaiju was like, here, you must do this.
Oh
like
god.
Mesa,
you know, once you reach 200 subscribers, and I was like, no, that's not happening. I don't know. that's never gonna happen. And it happened, and I was like, damn it, I have to do it. And I have a maid outfit. I have my ears. I even have a tail, but you can't see that.
Absolutely based, 100%.
Yeah, it took me a second to. I was like, huh? Yeah. For some reason, I was like, you must be talking about somebody. So I must try to remember somebody named Neon Hest. Forgot that's what I called myself.
All right.
My goodness, I do forget things like that.
So, how do you feel about streamer bait games?
Streamer bait games depends on the game. Some of them are, if they're fun, they're fun. If they're not, they're not.
Everybody with their moderate takes. Oh, I just want hate. Is that so wrong?
Yes.
Well, then I fiercely dislike the ones that are not good, and I really like the ones that are good.
There we go.
So you're not playing Repo with us anymore?
Repo's a good
I
one.
do like that one. I
What
like
about,
Repo. Repo's actually really good.
Lethal Company?
Lethal Company fell off. The
Well,
creator just...
I think mainly the main reason I stopped liking Lethal Company is because we kept playing with mods and it kept ruining the frame rate.
Yeah.
It was not great.
Oh, here's a bad one that was bad the whole time. Content warning.
I did try that one. It wasn't that great though.
Was not that great.
I got it for free, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them are just like they're streamer bait, they get a bunch of money and then they just go radio silent. So content warning,
Lethal Company.
Yeah, they haven't had an update for a while, have they?
Yeah.
Not in a while, but I think they're still working on that one.
I'm pretty sure, like, I'm perfectly fine with spreading misinformation, but just to be sure, I'm pretty sure the people who make Lethal Company said, yeah, we're done with this, we're not coming back.
Oh, did they? Okay. Well, I mean, they got their money, and they're...
That's fair. The one that does do it better than everyone else is Repo.
Yeah, Repo, I would say, is really good.
Absolutely.
Repo is really good. And they've been like completely transparent with their plans. They just had an update, which I think you have to get it through the beta, but... let's see.
Yeah, Repo I do enjoy. Very well made. Very optimized. Much wow.
And now to get into the questions that exist solely for me.
Okay.
Were you any part of any fandoms growing up? Like for me, I was big into Tumblr growing up. So I was super huge into like Super Hulock and stuff like that. I was big into anime, so I had fun making fun of people who are into anime while watching anime every day. Were you a part of any like big groups?
Well, I wasn't in like any community or anything. I guess I did really enjoy Magic the Gathering.
That's
back in the day. I played a lot of Magic the Gathering. I always won every time because I'm cool like that. Except for the times I didn't.
Are you still into Magic?
No, I mean I still have all my cards. I still have them, but I do not still play or collect.
I went to Friday night Magic tournaments growing up that my father would drive me to because I was too young to drive myself. And once I found out what rotating set meant, and I went, wait, you're telling me I can't play with my favorite Dhampir cards? I can't mill people anymore. I fell out of the game entirely. Luckily, I've just went from card game to card game. We went to Digimon card game together. We did play that for a while, and now we're big on Star Wars Unlimited, and we're having a blast with that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get back into big card games because I did collect Magic the Gathering a lot, so I'm like, it feels like a strange, like trying to invest in something else, another card game when I spent so much money on that one when I was younger.
What we're doing right now is we also interact with my father, so Anna's father-in-law. He will buy like a box of a set, and then we'll open it, and then we'll just build with that stuff. So
nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're pretty low power level, except when my father gets the exact high rarity card he wants, and then we have to get bullied for a while until we get new cards.
Constructed a draft. Yeah, I did some draft ones when I did Magic. Like when I try to get back into it, I did do draft games. Those are pretty fun.
Absolutely.
But I lost every time though. I was never good at constructing decks from draft. Ugh.
All right. What movies do you like?
Movies.
Yeah.
Well, modern movies, not really much of any of them, to be honest. I used to, let's see, I mean, Lord of the Rings, the original Star Wars. Those are obvious ones. Let's see, what
How do you feel about the
else?
prequels?
You know what? I didn't care what anybody said when it first came out. The Phantom Menace. I liked the Phantom Menace. I liked it, and I still like it.
Absolutely.
I don't care what anybody says.
I think those movies, the only thing holding them back is if you ever watch the prequel deleted scenes, they left a good movie on the cutting room floor.
I know, it's sad. It's sad. I was a big Star Wars fan, huge Star Wars fan. Like, a part of me is still there, but modern Star Wars is it's lacking.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and they don't do much with it.
Yeah, it's destroyed, my childhood.
Andor?
I will never. Andor was good. Andor is good.
Andor is
Although
good.
The second season, the episodes themselves, the acting, everything's great, right? It's just that the second season's just been like 1 year later, 1 year later, 1 year. I'm like, I just want to know what happens. Like, just stop. It's like skipping to the end every time. It's like, that's the only thing I don't like. Aside from that, though, the actual, like, what's in those episodes is great, though.
Absolutely. We're up to episode 6, and we haven't watched this week's episode, so we're probably going to watch those later.
Yeah, I watched them. You'll like them.
Oh, thank you. I was so scared when they said the second season was confirmed, because I was like, wait, they know it's popular now. What are they going to do? And I've been
No, it's been pretty good. I just think they needed more seasons.
Yeah.
I know they originally wanted to do 6 seasons, so I understand now why this season's like this. Why it's been like a whole lot of 1 year laters, is because these were all meant to be their own season.
Oh my god.
Which is why everything's just going so fast.
Well, now I'm sad, but all right.
You just ruined it for him.
No,
we still have to watch all the other Star Wars stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because we're playing Star Wars Unlimited, and my wife hasn't really seen much Star Wars stuff, we made the chronological, within the universe of Star Wars list of all of the Star Wars media, and we're going through them.
Clone Wars is gonna be great. The show, the Clone Wars.
We're
show.
done with
You'll
Clone
love
Wars.
That. It's well.
Tell them what we did for Clone Wars. Baby.
For Clone Wars, we watched the entirety of season 1 and season 2, and then I got bored. So we looked up the list of the need to see episodes, and we watched through there, and it was great. It was a great time. We finished the prequels. We finished Clone Wars.
He just doesn't.
And now
like
we're
Ahsoka.
up to Andor.
It's like Ahsoka. I mean, the show Ahsoka is so much better. She gets a lot better throughout the show. The first couple seasons, I can understand why you didn't like her.
He doesn't like the character Ahsoka.
At all.
I've looked into a lot of this stuff.
I grew to like her.
I'm not gonna say that I hate something without doing my hours of research. And I've watched all of the videos about the Clone Wars story, and you have to think about this stuff and then think about the person you're showing it to. And I could visibly see my wife losing interest in stuff while we're watching it. So once they reached that point, I was like, okay, I'll look up all this stuff for myself later. And if she has any interest while we're going through the necessary stuff, I can go, oh, cool. So we can watch this so that you can be more filled in about this aspect. The problem is we went through all of it and she never once showed interest. So I was like, all right, we're done with it.
I have a very short attention span.
Oh, what do you think of the Bad Batch?
Fair. The Bad I both liked it and underwhelmed at the same time, but it wasn't terrible.
The small Australian accented child was not too much, but it drew me out of it pretty bad.
I mean, you know what? They really needed to bring back. I mean, what I didn't like about Bad Batch is the later seasons is they showed freaking Scorch from the Republic Commando games. And I'm like, okay, so you have this character who's very loved, and then you don't let him talk, you show him to be cool as hell, and then you kill him off out of nowhere. Like, yeah. I was really disappointed by that.
That's
Scorch is a really cool character.
I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm just gonna whoop off screen while you guys yap.
All right, it's yap.
Yeah, but Republic Commando was one of my favorite FPS games. When it was just because it was very squad based. It was very much reminded me of the Rainbow Six games, the old Rainbow Six games, like the old SWAT games.
Did you play?
But it was
Star Wars
uniquely Star
Battlefront?
Wars. The originals, yes, I did. The 1 and 2. Loved them.
Loved them.
And then when I saw they were making Battlefront again, I'm like, it'll be like Battlefield. And no, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
But hey, listen, after like 3 months of grinding 10 hours a day, you might be able to get Darth Vader. Isn't that worth it?
I know. It's just a lot of big, like, I pretty much stopped buying AAA games unless these modern ones are just not fun. They're overpriced. What's the point of buying them, Like, these older games, like they did Oblivion Remaster, showed everybody that games used to actually be fun,
We're big into monster collector games, so we've been playing through Monster Hunter Stories on the channel, and we've been having a blast with that.
Oh my goodness. Monster Hunter Stories. I mean, Monster Hunter, I enjoyed it when I played it. I would say it's not my kind of game, though.
Fair enough.
The Monster Hunter, the Wilds. It was fun, though. It was fun.
I think I learned about you because of the Monster Hunter Wild collabs.
Oh, really? What did you learn? I'm actually very curious.
I only
Good and
hear
bad,
good
tell me.
things about the people that Anna collabs with, so sadly you're gonna get some boring answers. But
man, I was hoping.
You know Anna. She's very upbeat and she's always gonna be happy about things. And yeah.
Oh yeah, please tell me.
Anytime something bad actually does happen, then it's like, oh, okay, well, this is a problem that we have to deal with. And I've never once had a problem that we've had to deal with outside of certain scenarios. Have you played the Star Wars Force Unleashed games?
Yes, I have. Yes, enjoyed them quite. The first one is definitely better than the second one, but it's still fun. The second one's still fun though.
The hardest thing that I had to learn was Star Wars Force Unleashed isn't a quote-unquote real game. Because if you ask someone, oh, did you play Star Wars Force Unleashed? You have to then ask, wait, what did you play it on? Because this is a game that exists in 4 separate ways of like the computer version. I think it's like the PS3 version, the PSP version, and the Wii version. It's just like, oh.
I think I had the PS3 version. I think that's the one I had. Or did I have the Xbox one? Now I don't even know.
I'm the PSP version, which means I got a very dumbed down game. So when I downloaded it on my computer to relive some of the nostalgia, I'm like, wait, this is way too much. What's happening here? And then I re-downloaded it on my Vita, and I was like, oh yeah, this is what I played.
I remember there's sometimes there's games from when you're younger that you forget the title of. You're like, what was that game I played? That was really I thought was really fun, and it took me forever to like find it. And finally, I realized what it was. It was Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, the original one, not the remake one they did. That was the one that I considered really fun to play. Because I kept trying to find it. I was like, is it Baldur's Gate 1? Is it Baldur's Gate 2? No, it's Dark Alliance.
They always have wonderful names for older games because using numbers scares people. The second you put a 2 on it, they're like, I have to play the first one? And it's over.
I know, that's what it feels like. I mean, I didn't mind that back then because I bought all of them. I wanted to know the story because I liked the story. Love them.
I'm looking at this. I'm loving it. I'm definitely gonna play this. I gotta find this. A game that I was big into that's similar to this one was like, not Castle Crashers. Oh god, I forget the name of it every time. It's like Dungeon Alliance or something. That was a big series I was into. Yeah, Dungeon Alliance.
Dungeon Alliance.
Dungeon.
I can't remember every game I've ever played.
Oh god.
Let's see. I remember I used to play Black and White 2.
Oh
I
my
wish
god!
those games were.
I used to
I,
love
I,
those God Sim games.
they don't make them anymore, and I really wish they would, because I enjoyed them. Nothing more enjoyable than picking up a guy and throwing him, you know?
And then you get to, in 2, you got your little creature that would just decide to go wild.
It was good times. Good times. I remember I kept trying to get that achievement for the money, because there was that currency in the second one to buy certain upgrades to things. And I kept trying to throw this guy, like you had to throw him a certain distance. And I'm like I couldn't throw him far enough. I was like, my goodness. I went up to a mountain. I was like, I'm gonna throw him off this mountain to get as much distance as possible. I could never get it. I don't know what trick there was to getting that one, but it was difficult.
That poor guy. Did you play Spore?
Did I play 4? What?
Spore. SPORE.
Oh, Spore. I did. Yes, I did play Spore.
Now here's the real question. Did you play Dark Spore?
Okay, that I did not know.
Oh, okay, imagine the people who made Spore went, man, Diablo 3's really popular. We should make our own ARPG.
Dark Spore.
Yeah, and they made the smartest decision that they could have. They made it so that the game is entirely DRM. So every time you want to play it, even if you're alone, you have to log into their servers in order to play the game. And then when they realized their game wasn't popular enough, they just started tearing down the servers, and now it is entirely lost media. You cannot access the game.
Oh my goodness. They didn't even patch it to not do that?
Nope.
They didn't even patch it.
It was so sad.
Wow. How terrible. You'd think to at least patch it.
Back to Spore. What an amazing game. It's a shame that is a half-cooked game.
I know, because I still have that. I still have that game, and I've been thinking of playing it here and there, but yeah, it's not exactly a stable game.
Did you watch the videos on like the stages that they were supposed to add, but they didn't?
No, I didn't know that much about it.
We were gonna get more different genres for the game.
Yeah.
Why is every stage a different genre?
I think that's pretty fun. It makes the gameplay more, varied. You know.
I guess. I don't know.
I think the creature one's my favorite, though.
That's so true. My favorite is
the
Cell
first
stage,
creature,
which
Cell's pretty good too. Yeah, Cell and creature.
When you look into the cut content, Cell stage was going to be like 3 times longer, where you were like slowly, gradually going to get the like leg bits and all that stuff, and oh my god, it would have been. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
my goodness.
It's time to start wrapping up because we're terrible at ending this, so it's probably going to be another 20 minutes. But did
we get through every question?
Yeah.
We can
weave in questions in between other questions. I'm kind of good at this. I have a little practice.
If you could change something, what would you change?
About your art and your content and stuff.
Oh, about my art. Art-wise, I can just change that. I mean, I would obviously like to have a properly designed model, I guess. And see, what was it? The question? What was it? The part of that question?
Like your content as well.
Oh, content. Let's see. Well, I mean, if there was anything to change, I mean, I would probably just change it. You know, I'm not too. I definitely could be more attentive to it, because I do feel like I'm lazy sometimes, because I just, I make my schedule. I'm like, I'm gonna do that, and then I do that, and that feels really lazy to me. I feel like I should be doing more,
We always feel like we're doing more. We're raised in, and I said this at the beginning of the stream, I'll continue to say it, we live in a capitalist society where if the thing you're doing isn't making money or enough money, it'll always feel like you're being lazy. So you just have to kill that part of yourself that's a little capitalist, and then eventually we can overthrow everything, implement communism. I mean, what happened? I blacked out for a second.
Of course.
No, you know what? Partially, you are correct. I need to be more capitalist. I need to raise my, flags upon this oil, and it shall be mine.
Fair enough.
For democracy.
For democracy.
Democracy.
Helldiver is a fun game. I love that game.
I haven't played Helldivers, but it does look fun.
It is fun. I haven't been playing it lately because a lot of these games lately have been like 200 gigabytes and filling up my computer.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have that problem.
That's the only reason. I know.
He just doesn't
I have
have
a really
good taste
small.
in games.
Just gotta play. Just gotta play.
All right. And here's the last question on the list of the interview questions. But we're probably still just gonna chit chat for some reason. I don't know. I guess you're fun to talk to or whatever. What times do you stream? And like, where can someone find your stream?
Let's see. I usually it depends what the time zone. I a Pacific time zone, so I am 3 p.m. Pacific to about 6 p.m. A little past that. Sometimes 7 p.m. Pacific is so about 3 or 4 hours. So for Eastern time, that would be 6. So 6 to however long. But that's usually what I do. When I do collabs, though, it's 4 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, that's about the times I do.
And where are you?
Oh, and where am I? I am on YouTube on the channel of Varden Heste. It's the same name. It's my @name, Varden Heste.
My God. Looking at your content, I only see peak, so I am happy to recommend it to everyone.
There's this cute blonde girl that you collab with every once in a while.
I know, she's amazing. Quite
There's
amazing.
also a cat that I see every once in a while.
Everyone, yeah, I know. She shows up and screeches. Sometimes she beats me up in Monster Hunter Wilds.
Monster Hunter Wilds is peak.
Very peak, very peak.
Well,
oh, and the last thing that we have to talk about is, of course, how do you feel about Legend of Zelda?
Legend of Zelda is so... I don't know, I never played them.
That's great, that's great. Which means that when I tell you that Breath of the Wild is the only good Legend of Zelda game, you have to believe me, because I'm correct.
I don't know, something tells me it's Ocarina of Time.
No. Don't let this mob of people define your opinions for you.
What can I say? I'm very easily influenced by
by good games.
By good games, exactly. That would be arguments for divorce. Oh my goodness. That was Kai who said that, not me.
No, I understand. I get it. The world isn't ready for the truth, and the truth is...
You haven't even played Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, of course not, because Tears of the Kingdom is awful.
It's just DLC for Breath of the Wild, so that by osmosis, that makes Breath of the Wild a bad game.
Listen, you gotta understand. When you add the underworld and when you add Sky Islands, you have to remove parts of the game that made it the perfection that it is. The only thing holding back Breath of the Wild from a perfect 10 out of 10 is the durability system. If it didn't have the durability system, it would be perfect. But that still makes it...
I've heard about that.
...better than every other Legend of Zelda game. And that's all I have to say.
I will say, though, that Breath of the Wild, I would say, is better than Tears. Because I've seen people play it. You know, I've never played it myself, but I've watched people play it.
That's true. That's true. Varden agrees that Breath of the Wild is the best Legend of Zelda game. All right, we can end the episode. We can end the episode. It's
actually,
that's not what I was. That's not
before we end, I did want to ask you one more question, Varden. I don't hear you swear that often. How?
I do sometimes.
Sometimes, okay. Do you use some of the harder swears?
Oh.
No, mainly it's like, oh noes, whoopsie daisies, and then I say, it's like, oh, S word, oh, F, and that's about it.
You're allowed to swear here. just to point that out.
I usually only do that when I'm, surprised or, things happen unexpectedly and it comes out.
Yeah.
Yet another
and
question.
I see that you wrote that down.
Yet another question for my interview questions. What age rating do you shoot for with your streams? That's a good one.
Well, it's not really an age rating thing. I just don't like swearing.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's
try not
absolutely
to.
fair and valid. I've just become accustomed to it in my day-to-day speech, but I do try and hold back a bit because I do think there are people that just swear for the sake of swearing. Mine is more of like a flavor enhancer, like from SpongeBob when they kept saying dolphin. So
yeah, I don't mind when other people, you know, swear. It's only a personal thing I hold to
Yeah.
myself, you know.
because I want to be sure. I'm not calling you out, Kaiju. I'm just asking to be sure.
We're
Because
only
that is
calling you
another
out,
good thing
Kaiju.
to ask during the interviews of, do you swear? Are you comfortable with swearing?
But that's a good question.
Have we
Very
interviewed
good question.
Kaiju?
No. Do you want to interview Kaiju next?
Oh my goodness!
should.
Imagine
You
that. What
should.
if we were to interview Kaiju? If only there was some way we could get an invitation to an interview.
If only we
to
could
Kaiju
talk to her
in some way
right now.
Yeah.
It's possible. Impossible.
And
My goodness. My goodness.
Why am I in a group? We haven't asked yet.
I don't exist. Kaiju doesn't exist. She's only a figment of my imagination. All of our imagination.
You remember that thing I said about how we're bad at ending these?
yeah. Okay. Then, is there anything that you would like to say as a closing statement, Varden?
I forgot to say like,
You
comment,
did.
subscribe at the beginning.
Like and subscribe to Annadelna.
Well, no. You're here. You're our guest. Everyone like and subscribe to Varden.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we did recommend Varden.
He works very hard, and we appreciate having him around.
Oh, thank you.
You have to remind them all, like and subscribe. But yeah, do you have any closing statements, Varden? Or was it just that, being a goober?
No, I guess, thanks for having me. It was fun. It was a good time. I learned more about myself.
Yeah. All right. Then we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.